disconnect that because you don't need it in the summertime. This is the meter. You can check the readings
Hold
on the
on.
meter.
Okay, go
Okay.
ahead.
Just to establish that the pump's running, you can read these values come down, you know, like read it one day, come down the next, and see if the numbers have increased on this meter reading. If they have, the pump is running. That's a good sign. If they haven't changed, it's been a day or so, and there's people living here, and that hasn't changed, there's a problem with the pump somewhere in the rest of these boxes to the left, or the control line going up the hill.
Okay.
So that's a good measure to see if the pump's running by checking this and seeing there's no other indication to know if it's running, except.
Okay, open up the next box.
Yeah. This is the main control breaker for all the electronics, all the circuitry here. And this 100 amp breaker is the one I would typically turn off. It shuts off all the power to all these boxes. All these boxes here, all these devices turn off by this 100 amp breaker.
Okay.
So that's what you want to do first before you do any work in here at all. This box here is the main control box for the well. It has 3 settings on it. It has off, which completely turns off the pump will not activate at all with this in the off mode. The auto mode is a mode that it uses the floats up in the well, in the tank at the top of the hill. When those floats fall, like almost like a toilet, it will tell the system here to turn the pump on to pump water up the hill. And so it'll replenish when the float comes up and level again or a little bit up. It'll shut the pump off, and then until the water's used again, it'll go back to the same cycle. The hand setting on here is used when the auto mode is not working. There's something wrong. The hand one will just turn the pump on. It stays running continually. It will run until you turn this thing to the off mode.
Okay, open up.
If it gets too high, the problem with having it in hand mode is if you don't turn that off, there's an overflow on the tank up the top of the hill, and water will be pouring out of that tank, and you'll potentially drain the well. So you have to turn this on for an hour or two a day or whatever you need to do that. But there's no stopping on the hand pump. It will pump water till the well's dry. This is the control box. This has all the electronics for controlling, turning the well on manually, and the hand setting and the auto setting. In here we have a set of fuses up at the top. That's the 240 volts. To the right of that we have a transformer which takes the 240 volts down to 24 volts. It's all alternating current AC. We send 24 volts DC up the line. So the next element in here, is a bridge rectifier. This converts the 24 volts AC into DC, and then in turn sends through these wires, sends them up the hill to the tank. Both of these, the orange and the black, they go up to the tank on lot 22 up there. This is a lightning arrestor. It's on the 240 volts. If we have a lightning hit or whatever on there, that that will kind of help preserve the electronics in here. Sometimes not. This is the relay. This actually tells the pump to go kick on from here. When that float goes down, it says, okay, I need water. And this guy kicks in and it alerts the pump to turn water on and sends water up the hill. And that's basically all that's in here. Okay. The next box is this one. It's a pump tech. This box monitors the water in the ground that's 900 feet down, or that the well is that deep in here. If it detects that there's no water, it will, as a delay cycle, and it'll wait. There's a variable in here to tell how many minutes or seconds you want to wait for. It tries again to see if there's water back in the ground deep enough to pump the well. The well pump can pump it. So it monitors the water in the ground. If there's none there, it'll shut off and say, let me try. Okay, finally you'll say, okay, I got water, start. When it's running, you can see this green light is on the power. If you can see that, put a shadow on it. There it is. When this light's blinking, the water is pumping up the hill. If it's different colors, flashing, or it's blinking yellow, this needs to be reset. And there's a button, a white button underneath here.
We'll cover that in a separate.
Okay, and that's what you use. We'll go into that in a little different session here. This box here is the main relay for the pump. It's just a set of relays that you just engage, that this relay I showed you in this box kicks these in, and it starts the pump up. When that relay kicks out, it pulls these contacts out and the pump shuts off.